People wake up to a noise they hate, the alarm. It's like something's on fire. They jump out of bed not because they want to, but because they're told to, by a clock. Every part of their day is measured, minutes to eat, seconds to respond. They count how long they sleep, how fast they move, even how many years they've been alive. They say things like time is money, but they give both away like it's nothing. They wait in lines, sit in traffic, scroll for hours. Then wonder why they don't have enough time. They live by the calendar. Birthdays, deadlines, meetings, holidays, all marked, boxed in, controlled. Time tells them when to work, when to rest, when to celebrate. Even when they're free, they're not. Vacations are scheduled, breaks are timed. If they're not doing something, they feel like they're wasting it. And somehow they're still always behind, chasing time like it's running away from them. But cats don't care at all about time. Cats don't wear watches, they don't care about alarms, calendars, they don't even know what that is. Take Whiskers, he doesn't need a wake-up call. The sun will tell him when it's time to move. No clock required. His day starts when he feels like it. And then there's Fluffy. She doesn't check her phone in the morning to see if it's time for breakfast. She gets hungry when she gets hungry, and that's it. She doesn't plan her meals. She doesn't eat on schedule. Can you imagine doing that as a human? Well, humans aren't cats, and that's exactly the problem. Humans are obsessed with time. They invented it, marked it down in minutes, and now it runs them. You've got alarms, schedules, meetings. You have things to do, places to be. You check the clock, you check your calendar, you check the time again. You plan everything down to the second. Every minute is a chance to be productive, to finish something. If you don't hit your marks, you feel like something's missing. And if you're not careful, time slips away before you even realize. But cats, they have their own way of living. They don't plan their naps, but they know exactly when to sleep. They don't race against the clock. They don't stress over getting things done. They just exist. Look at Whiskers. He doesn't worry about finishing his food before the lunch hour. If he's not hungry yet, he won't eat. He knows it'll come later, when he's ready. And when he gets his food, he takes his time, savoring every bite. Meanwhile, humans, they're eating while running errands, thinking about what's next, checking emails while having lunch. The clock keeps ticking. But why do humans do this? Why is it that, no matter how hard they try to optimize their time, they still end up feeling rushed? Cats live in the present. They live in the moment without ever worrying about the next one. They simply exist. And somehow it works. Humans invented time to control their lives, but somewhere along the way, time started controlling them. The ticking clock pushes them forward, but it never lets them catch up, and that's where it gets complicated. Because while humans are stressed about fitting everything in, cats are just living their best life without the pressure. It's like they're playing a different game, one that doesn't need a clock to win. They just do what feels right. But a long time ago, people lived more like cats. They woke up when the sun rose. They ate when they felt hungry. They rested when they were tired. Life moved slowly, following nature's rhythm. There were no clocks, no alarms. Just days that came and went, but then things changed. Humans made time into something you could measure. First, they used sundials, then clocks, then alarm clocks. Now, time is everywhere, on phones, on watches, on TVs. People broke the day into small pieces, hours, minutes, seconds, and now they try to live by those tiny pieces. The human doesn't wake up when they want to. They wake up when their phone alarm beeps. It's still dark. They get out of bed, half asleep, and rush to get ready. Coffee, shower, clothes, all timed, while the human is running around. Cats like Whiskers and Fluffy are still curled up on the windowsill. They stretch, maybe yawn, then fall back asleep. No rush, no stress. The human is already out the door. By mid-morning, the human has answered emails, gone to a meeting, and planned out lunch. Whiskers, he's found a sunny spot, taking a nap. The human checks the time all the time. They feel like every second counts. They even time their breaks. Just 10 minutes, they tell themselves. Meanwhile, Fluffy is chasing a dust speck across the floor. She isn't thinking about anything else. She's just having fun. And here's something funny. The human kind of wishes they could live like them. They never say it out loud, but deep down, they see it. The way cats don't rush, don't worry, they just live. They've never been tied to a clock. The human's calendar is packed, but the human still feels lost, like time is controlling them, not helping them. Cats don't feel that way, they've already won. So what can humans learn from cats? The human sits at their desk. A clock ticks on the wall. Each sound is like a drip of water on stone. Every tick is a second gone. Every second feels like something slipping away. Outside, a cat stretches in the sun. The same seconds are passing, but the cat doesn't feel them draining. They're just moments, soft, weightless moments. The human glances at the clock again. Deadlines close in. Messages pile up on the screen. Cats ignore anything that isn't worth their attention. The world can shout all it wants and they'll keep dozing. Imagine if humans lived like that. Imagine ignoring the false alarms, the constant buzzing. The human looks at their to-do list. It's long, it always is. Every task has a time attached to it. Cats don't keep lists. They focus on the moment in front of them, the warm patch of sunlight on the floor, the toy peeking from under the couch, the bird darting past the window. If humans acted like this, maybe they'd notice more. Maybe they'd taste their coffee instead of drinking it while scrolling through emails. Cats aren't lazy, they're precise. They save their energy for moments that count. The rest of the time, they rest. They understand that not every second needs to be filled with motion. The human could learn that skill, using energy like currency, spending it where it matters, saving it where it doesn't. But humans have been trained to think that stillness is waste, that resting is falling behind, that if you're not doing something, you're doing nothing. Cats know better. Stillness isn't nothing. Stillness is preparation. The human's phone lights up again. Another meeting reminder. They sigh and get up from their desk. The cat outside shifts slightly, just enough to stay in the sunbeam as it moves. No rush, no wasted effort. This doesn't mean humans should throw away time altogether. Time is not the enemy. How we treat it is. Cats do not rush, yet they never miss what matters. The real trick is not having more time. It is using the time we have the way cats do, fully, calmly, one moment at a time.